people. Hello, amazing people of YouTube. How are you? I hope you're doing great. I am doing great myself here. We are my people, and everything that entails to me, we are doing great, as you can see, and we thank the Lord for that. Anyways, guys, I've really missed you. So how has your weekend been? How has the week been going? Has it been stressful? If so, I am so sorry. Has it been okay? If so, yay. Anyways, guys, I just want to take this opportunity, as I usually do, to thank you guys. So thank you so much for those who have subscribed. Thank you so much for the returning subscribers. Thank you for those who will subscribe. Thank you for those who continue sharing their comments, and those who like, those who have turned on the notification bell. You're my people. Like you guys, you got me. Like you got me and I got you too. Anyways, guys, so today we're going to be talking about the God mindset. The God mindset. Okay? Sijui kama mnanielewa, sijui kama mnanipata. Nasema ile akili ya Bwana. The God mindset. Yeah, that's what I mean. So today we're going to be discussing about that, and as usual, I have my notebook here. I think we should give this notebook a name here. You should give it a name, because the way I've been doing research, guys, I've been doing research, and yeah, I did research for this too, and that's why I have a book. Anytime you see me with a book, just know it's not straight from my head, and even if it's straight from my head, I have done my research and it is verified. Imepitishwa, inaweza waambia imepitishwa. Sawa? So guys, so we're going to be talking about perception. When I'm talking about the God mindset, you're asking yourself, the God mindset, like what is she talking about? Did you talk to God or something? Yes, I do talk to him, but no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about perception. So I would like to understand what you guys know about perception. In fact, do this before starting to watch this video. Hapo tu mahali umefika, just leave a comment. What is perception? What is perception? Because I'm telling you the truth. I discussed this with like individually people, like some other people before like shooting this video, and you people don't know what perception is. You don't know what perception is. So what is perception? Perception, it is the way one views things. Okay, it is the way you view things. Venye we huperceive vitu, the way you view things, the way you view something. Maybe somebody saw this book, and one person saw like this is a, what color is this? Like this is a cream book. Another one saw a brown book, you know. The thing also we are told about a glass, and I would have carried a glass. Hey, my village people. Anyways, you guys just picture a glass. So a glass that is half full, and another one will say it's half empty, you know. Yeah, so that is perception, the way you perceive things. Yani, in general, the way you see things, okay? The way you see things, the way you understand things. That is what perception is. And we are going to be discussing about the two types of perception. You have known now perception is the way you view things. Now, what are the two types of perception? Yeah, that is my question. And this question, it got me into some really bad argument with my friend, because you guys, as I've told you, you don't know perception, and that's why like you guys, you see me like I'm choosing this random names just to start discussing them, because I understand like most of us don't actually know what it entails. Like the other day we discussed about happiness, and tell you the truth, not everybody knows what happiness is. Yeah, so perception, we have two types of perception. First, you have to understand this. When you search the types of perception online, you'll get the sensory, the I don't know, optical, and I don't know, touching, tangible, all of those things. Those are the things that derive your perception, you know. Those are the things that lead to you perceiving something. For example, I touch myself like this. I have felt that I am cold. Why? Because I have touched myself, and that is what I have perceived. I have perceived what I should turn off the AC because it's too much cold, you know. Yeah, so perception, it is derived from seeing, smelling, your understanding, you know, and all those things. Before I get ahead of myself, let me tell you the two types of perception. So we have two types of perception, and most of us, we're familiar with these words, but we don't know their types of perception. So the first one is optimistic and pessimistic. Yeah, so optimistic, of course, this is a person who like always sees the best in everything. This is a like I won't say a good person, but it's somebody who sees the best in everything. That is an optimistic person. Like he sees an opportunity, or she sees an opportunity in everything. That is a good opportunity. Okay, that is the person in that scenario of a glass would say that the glass is half full, you know, because that person, he's seeing like potential in everything, you know. That is an optimistic person. And there is a pessimistic person. Pessimistic person is a person who is always like grumbling, complaining about everything. In our scenario, this person would say that the glass is half empty. Okay, instead of this person seeing like the potential of the water being half full, he would see the potential of which is half empty. Now that is a pessimistic person. Okay, so those are the two types of perception, and we have an example. I could give you like several examples so that we make sure we understand, because I know so many of us already are conflicting about whatever I'm saying, so we are going to be giving another example. So we have in fact, my friend is the one who gave me this idea. Yeah, we were just arguing with him about this, and he was just like, no, whatever you're saying is not right. And I was just like, okay, tell me your thing. Yeah, so he just nailed it. So the example is, there's a cell. Just picture it in your mind. There's a cell, and we have two individuals. They are in the same cell, in the same location, wearing the same everything. You know the way prisons are, they're just the same, they're equal. So they are two, they're in the cell, and then you give each of them a canvas to draw something, to draw whatever they're seeing in front of them. So one of the prisoners draws in the canvas some birds, the sky and everything, you know, like this person is seeing the sky, everything, like the sky, the birds, the flowers, like he's seeing the environment. And the other person A, prisoner B, I mean, the person draws like the cell, you know, because you told them to draw what they see in front of them. This person is just going to draw the chain bus, you know, the jail bus, and then the fence, the electric fence that is outwards, you know, because there's a field and then there's a, I really wish I had a visual thing, but I'm so sorry guys, I didn't get it, but you can just picture it. Yeah, so outside there's a fence, those electric fence they usually put in prisons. So this is person B, prisoner B, I mean, who drew this in the canvas. So what do you think about prisoner A and prisoner B? Prisoner A is an optimistic person, because this person, despite being in a jail, despite being in a place where he's confined, this person chose to see the good in the environment, and that's why he saw the skies, the birds, he saw the beautiful things in life, you know. But still in that prison, it doesn't mean that they are not in the same situation. They are in the same situation of suffering, being held. Yeah, but the second person is a pessimistic person. This is that person that I've said they are usually complaining, they are seeing the negativity in everything and in everyone. So this person is just like saying, way, by the way, I am locked up, I cannot move from here. That's why he drew the what do we call them, the bus, the cell bus and the fence, because this is the only thing he is seeing. But mind you, these people are in the same environment, they're in the same thing. So what has made the two of them, the drawings in the canvas, to be different? It is the way they perceive things. Have you understood now? I believe you've understood. Yeah, so what influences your perception? I know you are asking now, okay, that is interesting. So what influences my perception? What will influence this prisoner A and prisoner B to see different things? Like they're in the same place, why are they visualizing, like they're visualizing the same thing, but they are not, their mind is not interpreting the same thing they are seeing, like the same, you understand? They're seeing the same thing, but it's not interpreting the same. And what influences this? First of all, the first thing that influences maybe all of us is the environment that you're in at that particular moment. This prisoner B, I would say he's like in a confined place. Maybe he feels like his freedom has been denied from him, and that's why that environment of being confined is what is like influencing his perception. That's why he's drawing the bus, meaning like he's caged. Yeah. And that is the environment. The same in school, high school. You know, the way you behave you behaved in high school and the way you're behaving now after high school, not per se because of you matured, it is because of the environment. It changed. For example, you are in a girls' school, now you're out here in the world, you're seeing different people. Of course, your perception has changed. Yeah. So the environment that you're in currently, like everything that surrounds you. The other thing that influences perception is culture, guys. Culture. What is culture? Culture is the way of living, the way we do our things, the way we like run our things, the way we talk, the way we perceive things, like our culture, you know. For example, I would say our culture in Kenya or in Africa, you cannot visit a person single-handedly. Like, you don't have something, you have to go with something and tell them, I have come to see you and I've come with this. Even if it is just a visitor, just a random visit, you have to go with something. So that is culture. In our culture, that is what we believe. So when I come here in the Middle East and I go to somebody's house, somebody comes to my house without anything, I'm just like, are they rude? Don't they like me or something? Why? Because my perception, I've been taught, if somebody loves you, if somebody is your G, they have to come with something to your house. Okay, so yeah, that is culture. And then we have sensory. We have said that is like touching, listening, like these 5 senses. What are they? Talking, touching, smelling, listening, seeing, hearing. Yeah, those ones. They usually confuse me. Those are the other things that will influence the way you perceive things. I've given a good example. I'm in a room right now. If I touch myself or I start seeing goosebumps on my skin, I will say my body will interpret, Kate, you're feeling cold, and then it will directly send a signal in my mind, Kate, you need to put off the AC. Why? Because it has become too cold. You know, because the sensory has enabled, now the touching thing has enabled, the feeling thing has enabled me to like know that, perceive that it is cold. Okay, perception. So that is sensory. It can be touching. Maybe you smell food. No wonder you smell food and you remember home. You use something and you remember home. Like in a vlog I did, I said the main reason I am using Colgate, yeah, I have tried like close up, other things that people use out here, but I'm still stuck with Colgate because it makes me feel at home. It reminds me of the small Kate, the small family we had, and it's a nice feeling. Yeah, so that is sensory. And then we have biology. It is like, you know, some people are born disabled and yeah, whatnot, so their perception like shifts because, as you all know, our IQ is not the same. So yeah, that is biology. I cannot touch more on that. And then we have intellect or personal understanding. Like for example, me, I understand. What do I understand? I understand the Lord gave his son Jesus Christ to come to die on the cross for me. Like that is my understanding. So if something happens, I will know, oh, it is because Jesus died on the cross for me, and this is why it left me, this is why it happened like this and this and this. Yeah, I don't know if that is a good example, but yeah, if you have another example, you can give us just down there on the comment section, guys. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, that is personal understanding. And then I had to go and find some facts. Yeah, what are these facts? Like perception, it is subjective. Perception is subjective. What do I mean it is subjective? I mean it is like personal. It is personal. It is yani kila mtu subject, like peke yake, kila mtu kivyake, huvyo vitu kivyake. You understand what I'm trying to say? Those who do not understand the French that I'm speaking. I am saying that it is like an individual thing. Like we can all be using Colgate. We all used Colgate in our home, but maybe my brother uses Close Up. You know, that is just an example, because Colgate was just Colgate. You know, it doesn't mean anything more. It doesn't remind me of him of anything more. You know, so it is subjective. And The same thing, you might be in a room and then me, I am having goosebumps, you're not having goosebumps. Why? Because like you, maybe your body is like you're raised up in that place, those places that are cold, so that small cold does not affect me, you. But me, I was raised in a place where the sun is sunning, the sun is doing its thing, yeah, every day. So just some small cold, I will start having goosebumps. That is subjective, like it happens to everyone individually. The other one, it is built on senses. It is built on senses. Your 5 senses I've said: touching, hearing, and all those senses. There are 5 of them. And then conscious awareness isn't required. Yeah, this is something that also intrigued me when I read about this, that it is not conscious awareness isn't required. That's why, like, which example will I give? Like, you don't have to be conscious that you're doing this, you know. For example, I know maybe I've been raised, I'm not saying this is it, I'm saying maybe I've been told that men are bad. If you see a man is going to sexually assault you and all those bad things. So every time, even now, I might be out of the country, away from home, away from the village and all that, I'm just walking in a road and then I see a man, I start shaking, I start feeling like I am scared, like I can't breathe, I am anxious all of a sudden. Why? And this man has not touched me. This man, maybe he's going his own way, because from my perspective, from my culture, I've been taught, I've been learning, like I have taught my mind, I have learned that men are harmful creatures. So when I see this man, I start trembling, I start doing these things because I fear he's going to hurt me. So that is, it doesn't have to be like self-aware, self-conscious. Like, you don't have to be self-conscious about perceiving things, you know. That is, for example, what would you say? Like when somebody, okay, let me just leave that. You will not understand it. Let me not confuse you guys. So we are talking about facts, about perspective, and the other one, it is shaped by learning. It can be academic learning, it can be the cultural learning that I've just talked about, like that one for fearing men and all that. And then it can be shaped by learning, by whatever you've learned, whatever you've had in school, whatever you've had in Bible school. Yeah, all these things, it can be shaped by learning, and it can be mistaken for facts. For example, in our country, people say that they perceive, I don't know, they just perceive that the tribe I come in, I'm Kikuyu, yeah, for those who think I am Kalenjin, I'm not Kalenjin. I am Kikuyu. So they think, like they perceive that Kikuyus are rich, they are good with money. Yeah, like these people with money there, if you want a deal, just look for a Kikuyu person, look for a person who is cute. But it is mistaken for facts, in that you just tell somebody, mimi nakwanga Mkikuyu, and then they just go like, hey, you have money, your dad is rich, you know, because it has been like believed so much. So many people have learned have learned it. My village people, today I don't know what's wrong with me, so I'm just shrubbing every time. So that is it. It can be it can be mistaken for facts. Yeah. And then we had, of course, first let us recap. We have said that facts are subjective, they do not require conscious awareness, and they are derived from sensory. Yeah, and it can be mistaken for facts, and they are shaped by learning. Okay, those are the 4 things about the facts about perception. Now we go to the Bible view. You know, this would not be a complete episode, this would not be a Kaiket Lax episode if we did not talk about God in it. So what is the Bible's view? What is the Bible's insight about perception? The Bible insight comes from God and not natural senses or intellect. I know you want to fight me now. But it is the truth. Give me a moment, I need to explain it to you. Insight, which is perception in this matter, does not come from you knowing this, from your intellect, from your wisdom, from your many degrees. It doesn't come from there, okay? It comes from knowing God, okay? Insight comes from God, not natural senses or intellect, you know? That knowing these things, you know, I think I talked about this in the previous episode. before you even understand something, before you even know this is this and this is that and that is black and this is red, there's something that is influencing you. There's a spirit that is influencing